During interphase 1, the DNA replicates so that the genetic material is doubled in the chromatin network. This is done in preparation for the first nuclear division. In prophase 1, the chromatin network condenses to form chromosomes. Each chromosome is made up of two identical chromatids joined together by a centromere. The chromosomes now come together in identical pairs, one chromosome coming from maternal origin and the other one from paternal origin. These pairs are known as bivalents. The chromosomes in the bivalents now swap genetic material in a process known as crossing over. In metaphase 1, the nuclear membrane has disappeared, and in its place, two spindles and a spindle network are left. The two bivalents now align themselves along the equator of the spindle network. During anaphase 1, one chromosome from each bivalent is moved to one pole of the spindle network, and the other two chromosomes move to the other pole in the spindle network. As the chromosomes are pulled towards their poles, the spindle network starts to disappear. In telophase 1, the two chromosomes at each pole now form a nucleus. The cytoplasm now divides to form two new cells. These two new cells are genetically different because of the crossing over that happened in prophase 1. It is also important to note that we now have half the amount of chromosomes from the original in the two new cells. During prophase 2, the nuclear membrane disappears and the spindle network reappears. Each chromosome in the cell can also be seen as two chromatids. During metaphase 2, the chromosomes are aligned along the equator of the spindle network. During anaphase 2, each chromosome is split into its two chromatids. One chromatid from each chromosome is pulled to either pole of the spindle network. In telophase 2, the two groups of chromatids at each pole of the cell now form two nuclei. The cytoplasm divides to form two new cells. The two new nucleuses of the two new cells have half the number of chromosomes as the original parent cell. They also are genetically different due to crossing over.